Hola, it's me, Jennifer from Little Metal Foxes, and I'm here with...
Hola, it's me, Elena, from Little Metal Foxes.
And Julia from Little Metal Foxes.
Hola! So we're here at DelValle, and it is a jewelry company that is kind of our little Rio Grande here in Barcelona. So we're going to go in and check it out and see if we can find any friends about. So here we go. So. Oh, look, who's here? Hi! So look who we've run into. Here's Julia's here, and Helen's over there shopping. But hi, and Jana. Hi, Jana. Hi.
Hi.
So yeah, what brings you into the shop today?
Well, today I'm here in I think it's pronounced DelValle.
DelValle.
But I had some files that sat in water by surprise. So replacing that.
Not
so
good.
Simple.
Not
Chore
good.
to just move on.
Yeah.
Not to wallow in the sadness of oxidation.
Yeah. Well, and you found a great little studio here that is kind of like Danica.
It's a shared space. You can rent studio space full-time, part-time, or they do it like morning and afternoon. And
Oh, cool. But it
it's
has,
kinda funny.
they're building up their tool supply and
Yeah, so
all
they're
those
kind of
things.
young. There's another studio in town that's a little bit more established.
Right.
That has the same kind of, I guess,
There's
timing layout.
El
El
Tal-
Taller has been around for a long time, and then this one's called La Joyera.
Oh, fantastic.
So they have, I think like 19 benches, so it's pretty
Oh,
good.
wow. Nice.
And
Nice.
pretty good basic tools, and
Yeah.
you have to like provide your own gas and stuff like that, and your own hand tools and
Well,
consumables. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. That's cool.
But it's pretty great, full
Yeah.
of sunshine.
So you said you have an aspirational tool.
Yeah,
What's
so
this aspirational
When
tool
I
of
was
yours?
working in Belgium, I had spent a bunch of time writing, and the way they decided to do the grad program was in the second year you write your paper, and then do get the green light from your proposal for the actual physical project, and then
Right.
make it.
Right?
So in between that green light, I was so fraught with like sitting at a computer writing that I just decided I needed to make stuff, and it wasn't really like I will make stuff, but it was
Technical.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
know what I was going to make. So
Get your hands on
yeah.
something, yeah.
So I had some 5mm wire and silver, and so I started to make a big old honkin' chain. It was kind of an inspiration or reaction to some of the super bling, but I didn't want to make, I guess it's a curb when you twist it. I just
Yeah,
wanted it to
yeah.
be nice enough. So I decided to embrace that and found some tools that I could just sort of, I don't know, just bang on and make a chain. Woman handle.
Woman handle.
So I made this chain. It ended up being about 415 grams in the end, which is a nice hefty.
Yeah, it is.
Hunk of steel. Well, it was silver, but
That's like, yeah.
So how long was the one that you traded for that piece? Was it just over the head, or was
no,
it
no.
soft, or it also had a hook
It had a flat hook.
like this? Or?
I have a photo of it that I can show you.
Yes.
But yeah, I left the hook flat. I think it was about the same piece of length of metal, but I bent it a little bit closer to the other end. So the hook itself
little
was
bit
flat
tighter.
and longer, and then I left the links round.
More of a choker
And
kind of length.
yeah, it has a little bit of that feeling of the horse
Bit.
bits.
Yeah.
Not intentionally, but
Not the horsey bits, but you know, But a bit of a horse.
Yeah, a bit.
For a horse, yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
this
cool.
one weighs less, so that one must be longer.
Yeah.
No, it falls about. Oh, hello. It falls out here. This one's closer.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
It won't automatically
Right.
change.
Oh my goodness.
So this little mama is the other one. The first one I made, I ended up trading with a jeweler from Oslo, Olaf Hodne. This is. It continues up here.
Oh, so
So
amazing.
it's one of those trades at Munich Jewelry Week that alcohol helps fuel. But no, we'd met the year before and had a hilarious reunion this year, so that was great. Anyway, so when you make something this this thick of wire, really is it's a lot of muscle. It was super fun, and I needed that sort of
Right.
physical release, exactly. And
Oh my goodness.
yeah, so.
That is, hold
My
that.
husband makes bicycles and has a big metal fabrication studio in Seattle. He's part of a big building. And I was watching some of his time is spent watching how-to videos.
Oh, right,
And
yeah.
Sometimes I look over his shoulder, but there was a tubing bending thing and a steel rod bending thing and then a chain link. I don't know, we're watching bending
Right.
videos. So he has some really beautiful tubing benders in Seattle.
Oh.
At the studio he's at right now in Amsterdam that he shares in this freaking awesome place called, I can't remember, guys, it'll come. But when you have a tubing bender, you can use rod with it, but sometimes they're not set up for, oh, for sure you can use rod with it, but they're not set up for link making specifically.
Right.
Like you can bend a thing and then
Yeah,
do all the fabrication steps after.
right.
But
But making a link is a different problem because you're trying to
Yeah, you
close
wanna
it all
close
the
it.
way, and or do multiple coils so you can cut it.
yeah, so there's the multiple coil thing that I'm going to be using would be on the lathe. So you decide the width, so for this I would want it to be coiled and spread on a rod wide enough to slip in the next link once you cut it. You take it off the lathe, take out the center rod that you're
Sure,
rolling
so you
around.
don't have to open the
Right,
link.
because
They're so heavy. Yeah.
yeah, and you can sit there and kneel and go back and forth all the time, but you're like, wait, why don't I skip some of the steps going all over the place and
Right.
just use a big old machine that has more muscles than me? So the lathe, I'm going to try with, I guess, spinning a coil.
Right.
And then we're going to build, well, he's making a fork now for a bike, but maybe tomorrow a little link maker is going to be made. So it's not, you can't really make round links in the same way that the benders make the oval link. So we're going to start with the oval link sort of setup. And the cool thing is if you make it right, then you can string on your next link and keep your chain going as it's bending. So there's enough, because you're making a J.
Right.
And then you're turning you're using a pre-cut piece. You make your J, take your piece of metal out,
insert it. And that's,
insert your thing again,
yeah.
but then you're
that's how,
slotting in your new
with
thing.
industrial machines, that's exactly
Yeah,
how
so
they
I'm
do
gonna
it.
get all
Yeah.
industrial on it.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And it's not a huge tool like a lathe where you can transport the tool, as opposed to lathes.
Yeah.
They're bigger than the boombox.
Yeah.
You need some sort of, I don't know.
It's bigger than a boombox. That's a new scale now. So instead of bigger than a bread box,
Right,
it's
yeah.
bigger than a
Banana for
boombox.
scale.
Yeah, banana for scale.
Banana scale. Yeah, so, I guess I can just put, no, it's going to make too much noise. Anyway, so my aspirational tool is going to be a reality because I have access to a metal shop and
Yeah.
a very
So the heavy wire bender is what you're,
yeah. I don't know
Nice.
if there's another name, but the heavy
Yeah.
wire bender seems
Yeah.
like a good enough name.
Right, yeah.
There might be something more scientific we could come up with.
Heavy wire.
The HWB.
Heavy wire bender.
I'm going over to the
Metallica.
HWB. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, so heavy metal bender, and then I don't know about the soldering and cleanup and all of that will take hours of time, like I
Right.
did with these. But
As it does,
That's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
then it's just a little bit less hours because you're not.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one of the things that we are constantly sort of coming up across with a lot of the Little Metal Fox tooltips is that there sometimes just is no perfect tool that's out there in the world
Right.
that's going to do the thing that you need it to do. So how do you, find it, make it, customize it,
Customize your world.
and be a little inventive about what you're trying to come up with to make the thing that you want to
and
make.
Who else is doing the thing even on
Right.
a big scale?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's always fun to ask those questions.
I
Yeah.
love how
I like the transition.
the transition
thanks.
from
Yeah.
round to gradually less round and then to the oval. It's
Yeah.
really subtle and beautiful.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
absolutely. Yeah.
Makes it much more interesting to look at.
Then
But-
just the-
but you don't even really realize it right away. You're like, oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool. But it's like
It's so subtle,
you don't
the
notice
transition.
the things that you don't notice, right? Like,
Yeah.
You notice if they're cobwebs because then you're like, oh, it's dirty. But if there are no cobwebs, you don't notice that the place is clean. So it's like the subtlety
Yeah.
of the design is appealing, but you don't really know why until
Right.
you've looked at it for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Lovely.
This is really beautiful.
So Jana was just pointing this out. And this we had talked about using the thread for thrumming before, and we'll do a tooltip on thrumming. But this is how it comes in a big little braid like that.
I got cotton and made in Switzerland.
Ah, that's fantastic.
And they take a long to make this. It's
Yeah.
a slow manufacturing.
Yeah. Like an Egyptian cotton? Feels good. Yeah. Yeah. Muy bueno. That's perfecto. Yeah, see.
You need one also?
Yeah, see, please.